Hello and welcome back to the Stained Canvas. So today I finished my books. I finished this year's sketchbooks and I already did a video on this one. I'll link it up in the description or somewhere on the screen for if you want to have a look at that. If you're new here, I'll explain my books a little bit to you. My mom passed away last December, right before Christmas. And so instead of working in my usual size books, which were quite large, I just couldn't bring myself to do that. So I worked on these ones. So these are my year of grieving, essentially. You can tell I get better and better in each, by the end of the books, you can tell I've embraced color again and, that I've moved on from the deep grief and all that stuff. So this one I already did, so I'm going to put this one aside. And the two that I want to show you today are this one. It's completely finished. And then this one here, I mostly used it in January when it was really, really tough and I just couldn't even bother picking anything. It's a pen sketchbook. So I will get to this one at the end. It's not very many pages done in it, so I will continue on with this one for now, and then I will come back to this one. So we'll put that to side. So this is a sketchbook that I made. So I picked the papers in it. It's just some paper are watercolor, and then some of the paper is some really cheap like dollar store stuff, and then this cover is just like a mat board that wasn't cut properly. And then I'm a big fan of Supernatural, so I just plopped the sticker on here for Supernatural. And this was when I was doing my just plopping colors down onto the page because I hadn't the slightest idea of what to make. So I really do enjoy this because it was very therapeutic just putting all the watercolor down and then coloring over it with Posca. So that's kind of, I would say like January last year. It's now November, so I've worked on this for a good while, all three books. This was just, I have a vine in my backyard and there was no leaves. There's like one crumpled up leaf and then some dried up berries from wintertime the birds hadn't got to. And then that's just kind of, I went outside, I got some fresh air. And then I brought my pen with me and my book, and that's all I was managed to do, And then I'm getting into, I realized that all these little marks that I've made in this one were really, really therapeutic for me. And I have an onion here, and it wasn't anything intensely hard to draw. It was the silhouette of an onion, and I did it in negative space. I felt a lot of emptiness in me this past year, so you'll notice all of my books really have a lot of negative space work in it, with a lot of fine lines and marks and patterns. That just seems to be what I could do this year. This is a potted plant. And it was looking sad, and I just drew it outline kind of thing. It's like one of those big leaved plants. I don't know if it was a banana or whatever, but. And then this was, I discovered Posca pens, Posca markers, the acrylic paint pens, and I picked up some more colors, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want to actually make anything, just some spready stuff. This here, just pen, it's the basic repeated pattern to make it look really, really neat. And then these are more patterns, some black leaves because I was just sad. And then, I kind of like this pattern so much that I repeated it in actual, inks because I was like, I kind of liked the bareness of it and the simplicity of this picture and this painting. And then I did this one. It was just a bunch of patterns. It's kind of like patch quilt. I don't know if I'm aging myself, but there used to be purses, leather purses that were stitched together with little bits of leather, and they kind of looked really patchworky. So kind of reminiscent of this. yeah, it's just, you know, picking a different pattern for each color. And then this one here is just finding my sunshine type of thing, right? Trying to use color in a different way. So I wanted to use complementary colors in this. Well, I don't know. It was fun to do. It was something mindless to do. And then we had some couple of days of rain, and then that just kind of made me sad. So I just did some raindrop pattern and big drops, little drops, some dots, just to kind of, you know, something to draw. Now here's another one of my negative vegetables. Again, lots of pattern work. All the books I have a lot of pattern work. It was soothing to do. So, you know, you do what you have to do. And then this was some more pattern. It's just repeated, lots of filled in. It takes time to do this, and then so you get into a meditative state almost while you're doing this. And then this one was this fall, and I tried to embrace the colors of fall and more muted tones, still nothing super bright, but I kind of like it. It's leaves and stuff, fall leaves. This was around Halloween, and obviously you cannot have Halloween without some skeletons. And then also I repeated all the brush strokes and stuff like that. This was done with fine paintbrush and some India ink. So I did change up my medium for this one. Just wanted to see how it would work in this book with this paper. This one here was a very generic, wanted to try out the monotone set of Posca markers that I had purchased, and I really like them a lot, so I'm impressed with that one. This here is very stressing, and I don't know, it was lots of fun. Just color it in black, add all the white marks, you know, that kind of thing. This was a very basic silhouette of Frank, and then I put watercolor in it. And yes, I know, like, I didn't care that it was, you know, everybody and their brother did this picture of Frank. I just wanted one. I reread Frank every Halloween, so it wasn't an issue for me to have it. I'm not selling it, right? So I just wanted to play around with it. And then this here, we are getting into fall time, but I wanted to play, I picked up a couple pink Posca markers, and I was like, you know what, I just want to do like some kind of swirly, nothing, again, just abstract, play with color combos, that type of thing. Nothing concrete as to what I am drawing. And then over here we have the same thing, just testing out different color combos that I feel like I like in my Posca work. And I really love Posca markers. If you haven't noticed, that's like my big thing this year, because it's like you can paint with acrylic paint, but you don't have to get out all the tools. So it's literally just in pen form. If you haven't played with Posca and you're sad and you don't want to do a lot of work and you don't want to get out all your tools, Posca markers are the way to go. I think probably coming into the new year, because it's like November now, and next month marks a year my mom passed, so I probably will also play with much more Posca markers again. They are just simple, right? Like I could take a Posca marker anywhere. I don't need water, I don't need paintbrush, I don't need all the extra tools, and I can still have shots of color in my artwork. So I think that's what we go with this year. Oh, I really love this one. This, again, is the same like I've been doing this past fall. Just basic color schemes. And I think my art is being really influenced right now just by color and refinding color in my life again. So I am not sad about any of these, you know, they are abstract, but they are quite beautiful on their own. So, okay, so Remembrance Day here in Canada. It's a holiday to remember all of our fallen soldiers, and I did a couple poppies. This is done in oil pastels, and this is a watercolor board, so you know it's very textured paper, so I don't know if it comes across very good, but I mean it was just playtime, different media, really simple you know, to do. And then I did pencil and China marker. So China marker is just kind of like a wax pencil, and you can write on fine china or glass or anything like that with it, but it's a nice waxy, and it goes on top of great stuff. So the base is marker, and then I went over to give some pencil strokes, like pencil lines over top of the background, and then all the leaves and dots are china marker. So I thought that was pretty fun. And then that's just the tester page, and that's it for this book. Most of my books have a tester page in the back, except for not this one. This one was just plain old pen in here, and you know, it's just one of those teeny tiny little Michael's books. And then I didn't know what to draw at all. I had no concept of drawing anything, so I literally just drew the things around me. So I have my lip balm, my remote, you know, my son's backpack, Diet Coke, earbuds, a timer for your plugs to turn the lights on, you know, just basic things. My phone, Copic. This is, you know, January 10th when I started doing this. And I tried at the time to just do one little page, just get, you know, something out. For me, art is very therapeutic, and it calms me and it makes me feel better. But when you're grieving and you don't have that, I mean, you need to find new ways to get on with it. And there's like my entranceway, I have, you know, a plant and hanging up coat and hat and stuff like that. And there's my spider plant and my lamp, just, you know, basic things that are around you. Kleenex, because it's not even a month from my mom passing on here, right? Like, it's about a month. So yeah, this was really tough. Like, you know, I had just gotten back. So working in black, you'll notice a lot. Skates. I live in Canada, so we're big on hockey and skating. I have a portable speaker that I bring everywhere with me. I get to play music for my classes that I do. And then there's this, like, you know, my glasses and a Fitbit hanging off of my lamp. It's like a side table lamp. And then I skipped a whole bunch from January all the way to July. I worked mostly in these books here. So these were my, you know, getting out of the just pen stage and going into the finding more color and using more supplies. So there's July 10th, and then I got a new phone. Who dis? And then, you know, I started playing Switch more, and then I, you know, more soothing pen work, negative space carrots. And then this was a soccer field. And then that's it. That's all for this one. I might work some more in this book, but I'm not sure, you know. I think I've moved on from this now. But this was my year's worth of sketchbooks. And yeah, I hope you liked it. And I think, you know what? I did pretty good for trying to heal this year. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you're all, you know, still watching. It's like 13 minutes in. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time on the stained canvas. And so yeah, bye for now.